All right guys, welcome to the channel. My channel about healthy living and weight loss. Today's video is going to be about the number one thing you can do to improve your chances of losing weight. So what's the number one thing you got to do?
Count calories.
There's no way around it. If you're complaining about not losing weight right now and you're not counting calories, that's the problem. I feel like it's almost beating a dead horse. I know a lot of people will tell you to do that. So I use MyFitnessPal app. I'll share with you a few more tips that I use to make it a little bit easier and help you stick with it. Why don't we head outside? It's a beautiful day. Let's go out there. Okay, so tip number one, enter your calories before you eat them. And it does a couple things. First of all, you won't forget. Second of all, it deters you from mindless eating, meaning you'll have to think about, if you're actually hungry, think about entering it and actually enter it before you eat. And it just makes you more mindful. So that's tip number one, enter before you eat. Okay, tip number two, do not keep your cheat foods in the house. Don't buy them ahead of time at the store and keep them all week, because you're going to have a cheat day on Saturday. If you're going to have a cheat day on Saturday, buy your cheat foods on Saturday. I know sometimes you think you can tough it out and you can let it sit in the pantry for a few days before the weekend, but it makes it a lot more difficult. So just buy your cheat foods the day you're going to consume them. All right, tip number three, buy healthy snacks and keep them readily available. So there's nothing worse than heading to the kitchen fully intending on having a healthy snack, you know, an apple, yogurt, something, and not having any of that stuff, and ended up having to eat animal crackers or breakfast cereal or something. So if you keep that stuff readily available, makes it easier. Okay, another thing that would help you is develop a list of dinners that you have the calories already counted for, and that way you don't have to recalculate dinner every night. If you have a short list of 4 or 5 dinners, calculate those the first time. That will make it a lot easier in the future, and I'm telling you, the easier you can make it, the easier it is to stick to. Or have dinners that are fewer ingredients, 1 or 2 ingredients. You know, piece of chicken and green beans is a lot easier to calculate than lasagna, you know, trying to figure out all the noodles and sauces and cheeses. Okay, so my last tip for the day is practice intermittent fasting. And if you don't know what intermittent fasting is, in a nutshell, it's basically you prolong the period of time where you don't eat. So the period of time that you do eat is shorter, and that helps because you don't have to worry about tracking your calories all morning. And then I don't know if this is the same for everybody, but I know once I eat in the morning, it makes me hungrier, so I want to continue to eat. If I don't eat in the morning, then I'm just not as hungry. So my last tip, intermittent fasting, I'll actually talk some more about it in one of my other videos, get more in depth and tell you exactly how I do it and different ways to do it. Okay, so there you go. That's my list of 5 tricks for people that might be having trouble tracking their calories, things I do. Enter calories before you eat them. Don't keep your cheat foods in the house ahead of time. Keep healthy snacks readily available. Develop a list of go-to dinners so you don't have to figure it out every night. And intermittent fasting. Hope that helps you.